Happy lunch hour, gang. Okay, sorry I'm a little late for this one, but I've been spending my morning trying to do somebody else's job as per normal, trying to track down with UPS how they've managed to lose the prize from Saturday night's live stream. So, wonderful. There's been 4 hours of my morning for getting nowhere. Typical, nobody in this country can do their job right because, they're not in this country. You're talking to somebody somewhere halfway around the world going, I don't speak English, but, I'll help you track your package. God, what a mess. All right, that's not the topic. This is getting concerning, and this comes to the U.S. banking industry and exactly what's going on. And it's bare bones proof that this administration is trying to destroy our economy, okay? I want to give you this. The right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing in the Biden administration when it comes to economy. I will link 2 articles below. Read them below. You will see exactly what I'm talking about. Story from a couple of days ago. $517 billion in unrealized losses hit the U.S. banking system. FDIC says 63 banks are on the brink of insolvency. 63. It was 52 in the fourth quarter, around Christmas, the beginning of the year. All right. So we've now added another 20% of banks that are at the risk of going under. 63 banks right now are at the risk of going under. Okay, remember Silicon Valley Bank or Synchrony Bank or any of these that failed last year? Yeah, now we have 63 that are on the verge, okay? This is what the FDI says. The health of the U.S. banking system is at no imminent risk. Scary enough that they even have to say that sentence. However, it warns that persistent inflation, volatile market rates, and geopolitical concerns continue to put pressure on the industry. Okay? I want you to listen to the one part where it says, it warns that persistent inflation is going to cause the banks to fail. Okay? And again, all the topics on this are the commercial real estate market, which is collapsed. Okay? The residential real estate market, which is collapsing because nobody can afford to buy a house. All right? So you have all this problem. The banks are paying out. Again, I'm going to give you just as an example. All those of you who have these 2%, 3%, even 4% mortgages, right? Okay. That's what the interest you're paying to the bank. But go put money in a savings account right now, and the bank has to pay 4.25% on a savings account. If you're paying the bank 2% interest and they have to pay out 4% interest, guess what? The banks don't have any liquidity. They don't have any money. And they invested in all these T-bills, T-bonds, T-notes, whatever it is, treasuries, that are paying them less than what they have to pay out. If they sell them on the open market right now, they're getting maybe 85 to 90 cents on the dollar for what they bought them for. So they're losing money like crazy. But the FDIC says persistent inflation. So let's go to the second article here. Headline, Yellen, Janet Yellen, wants price inflation to rise so the feds can keep spending. You have more than 50% of the American public that works in a government job. This goes to what I was talking about this morning, okay? Everybody will eventually work for the government. In good times, the government spends a lot of money. In bad times, they spend even more that we don't have. We are 34-point-something trillion dollars in debt, okay? It has gotten completely insane. This year, so far, between January and May, the government has spent $3.82 trillion. Okay? That's 6% more than we spent last year between January and May, okay? We don't have these kind of tax revenues. So they have to keep borrowing money. Or, as their answer is, we'll just tax more. Again, let's go into what Biden's proposal is. He wants to make the capital gains tax 40%. I want you to understand what that means. You buy mutual funds, you buy stocks, anything, okay? Let's just say, for example, you buy, I don't know, pick a company. You buy 100 shares of Google, all right? If Google goes up, you make profit. If Google goes down, you lose money, right? Okay. You're taking all the risk. When you put the money in, it goes up or down, and you either make money or lose money. So you are taking 100% of the risk. If Google loses money, you get to write off a pittance of it as a capital loss, $3,000 a year. Let's say you lost $100,000. Okay, for the next 33.3 years, you can write off $3,000 a year off of your taxes. Let's say you lost $1,000. You can write it off your taxes. Okay, no problem. However, on the other side, if you make money, let's say you made $100,000 or made $1,000, whatever, pick your figure. The government wants 40% of that profit. You took all the risk, and you get to keep a little bit more than half the profit. Who in the world is going to invest at that rate? Nobody. And now let's not just say stock market. Let's say your house, any land you bought, okay? Anything that you have to claim capital gains on, they want to raise taxes on. California's out wanting to add a 50-cent a gallon tax on gasoline. Joe wants to raise the income tax, both corporate and personal. They need to keep generating money to the point so they can keep up their spending, but that's taking it all out of your pocket. We are on the verge of utter financial disaster. The government continues to spend more and more money, whether it's, again, sending it to Ukraine, sending it to Taiwan, sending it to Israel, sending it to Hamas, sending it to Haiti. You know, Joe's latest, hey, here, we're just a checkbook for the world. While we're all struggling, while our economy is on the verge of collapse, okay, and I'm not being fear-mongering here. Our economy is on the verge of collapsing. Those of you that are old enough to remember the late 70s, early 80s inflation, get ready for it. That's what Janet Yellen wants. Okay? I mean, we're talking about between her and Jerome Powell, they're the two that run the economy. Into the ground is where it's going. Read these two articles. Take a look at this and share this information with anybody that says, oh, things are getting better. Joe's doing a good job. The economy's better than it is the rest of the world. If our economy's better than the rest of the world is fucked, okay? There's no other way to put it. We're already screwed. There is no way of getting out of this, guys. The only thing you can feasibly do right now is protect yourself, because ain't going to be long with 62 banks here saying they're going to close the doors. Y'all remember how that happened last year. It's like all of a sudden Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock, whoop, bank's closed. You're going, crap, I don't have any money. You need to have your assets liquid. There's going to be, just like there was Lebanon, with people making bank runs. Remember the story in Lebanon, 18 months ago or whatever, where the woman got arrested going into the bank with a gun? They're saying, oh, she's trying to rob a bank. No, she was just trying to get her own money out. She didn't want anybody else's, just her own money, and couldn't get it. What are you going to do When 62 banks collapse, when the FDIC can't pay it off, when inflation goes up into double digits, 20%, when we wind up Venezuela. That's the path we're on. And whether or not, it's not like Trump getting elected in November is going to come in with a magic wand and go, poof, this is all fixed. It's going to take him his entire presidency to undo the damage that Joe has done. But don't get me wrong whatsoever. This damage is on purpose. They are trying to destroy the economy. They want to destroy the economy. They want us to go onto some sort of worldwide crypto or something, or BRICS, or pick something. The whole goal of the Communist Democrat Party is to destroy the U.S. It's about damn time somebody wake up and realize it and whack these people over the head with a 2x4 and go, wake up. Your life's about to end if these people are allowed to stay in power for any longer. Pinball out.